Hello everyone, how are you doing today? It's Makeda Valletta, also known as The Body Scientist, and I am live on my IG page right now. It's Christmas Eve, so to all of you who celebrate the holiday, Merry Christmas, have a good holiday. I just wanted to do a quick video again about raw milk. So for those of you who've been following me for over a decade, I made my first video about raw milk back in 2012, okay, 2011, 2012. And I've been drinking raw milk for almost 20 years. And raw milk is a superfood. It's completely different than the homogenized pasteurized milk that we get from the supermarket, okay? And eggnog, okay, given that it's the Christmas season, eggnog is a health food. If you're making it yourself from fresh ingredients from the farm, then it's a health food because eggnog is raw milk, egg yolks, raw cream, well, I use raw milk, raw cream, raw egg yolks. I put raw creamed honey, a little bit of nutmeg, cinnamon, whatever. Okay, all of that stuff is really good for you. Eggs are super high in choline, which we need for our brain, okay? It's high in omega-3 fats. It's high in vitamin D and vitamin A, B vitamins, okay? And raw milk, I just got my raw milk delivered from I'm in New York right now. In New York, I get my raw milk delivered from farms upstate New York. Every single city in America is surrounded by farms, okay? So when I'm in Chicago, I get my raw milk from an Amish market that is run by Ukrainians. In New York, it is a Muslim Egyptian family in New Jersey that goes to all the farms upstate New York. There's a bunch of beautiful farms upstate New York. And they get not just the raw milk, but they also bring freshly butchered meats and all kinds of cheeses and raw yogurts and Greek yogurt and kefir. I mean, there's so many different things. So right now I have some Gersony raw milk that just came. Usually I get Jersey milk, but a couple of my friends have been telling me you have to try the Gersony milk. They said the Gersony milk is fattier, and I love fatty, which is why I'm not a big fan of goat's milk. Goat's milk is too gamey to me. But if you like goat's milk is also nutritious. Any mammal milk is nutritious, okay? But this came from a farm upstate. It's in a glass bottle, which is great. And raw milk means that it came from grass-fed cows. So cows that were outside all day, eating grass, getting sun on their skin. Okay, someone said, okay, my phone is messed up, so I have some lines going through my phone, so I can't see completely what you wrote, but it seems like you were asking me where to look for raw milk, and you're in Minnesota. So there are two websites you can go to, realmilk.com, okay, realmilk.com, and then the other one is, I think, getrawmilk.com. And I will look on those two because you can find different places to get raw milk depending on the states, and every state has different laws. Just like cannabis, it's ridiculous. So you can find, where to get it in that state, and you can also Google it. In New York, I've been ordering from Udder Milk for probably 16 years, and they're the best in New York. They're the best in New York because they charge a $3 delivery fee. I was talking to my cousin, and she was talking about how we have to protect them at all costs. They have camel's milk, and apparently there's this doctor in New York who's doing a lot of advocacy for camel's milk, and apparently camel's milk can help prevent opioid addiction, all kinds of stuff. I haven't gone into the research of camel's milk, but I know that all animal milk is medicinal, okay, including human milk. So this is the Gersony raw milk, and then I have a big old jar of heavy cream. And the only time this heavy cream is so good. Okay, they have Gersony heavy cream, they have Jersey heavy cream, and they also have light cream. Okay, I just like heavy creams. I like all my fat. It's so good. I put this in the mornings. I always make tea, yerba mate. Yerba mate tea is how I get my caffeine. I'm not a coffee drinker, so I'll drink yerba mate, and I mix it with I mix my yerba mate with this ginger chai turmeric concentrate that I get from Whole Foods, okay? And this has no added ingredients at all. The ingredients on here is filtered water, organic cane sugar, organic ginger root, organic turmeric root, organic lemongrass, organic lemon juice concentrate, and organic black pepper, okay? So no natural flavors, which is the same thing as artificial flavors. Nothing icky in here. So I mix this with yerba mate, which is a tea from South America that's high in caffeine and other properties that's good for your brain and energizing. And I make it with the raw milk and some raw cream. Now, I also get my eggs from the farm too. I didn't pull them out the fridge, but the eggs that I get from Uttermilk, they have different types of eggs. They have soy-free eggs. Always get soy-free eggs, which means that the chickens were not fed soy, because that affects us, okay? You can get eggs that have more omega-3 put into the feed, so they're high omega-3 eggs, okay? The raw milk, okay, so people who tell me, oh, I'm lactose intolerant. I've been a nutritionist for 20 years, working with people, and I've never met anybody who tells me they're lactose intolerant. They have, and I ask them, have you been diagnosed with lactose intolerance? They always tell me no. They say, oh no, when I eat ice cream, my stomach hurts, or when I drink milk, my stomach hurts. And I'm an ice cream lover, and I've done videos about ice cream being a health food. But ice cream, most ice cream in the world has a bunch of icky additives, okay? So ice cream is a health food if it's made from milk, cream, sugar, egg yolks, salt, strawberries, okay? Like, it's not supposed to have guar gum and carrageenan and xanthan gum and tapioca starch and this diglyceride and corn syrup and artificial flavors. That's not good ice cream, okay? And so, if you're eating quality ice cream, it's a health food. So, raw milk, okay? Raw milk means that it's not homogenized or pasteurized. It's coming from healthy cows who are moving around, getting fresh air, eating the grass, getting the sun on their skin. They get the sun on their skin, it makes them produce vitamin D. They eat the grass, it makes them take the carotenes in the grass and make vitamin A, which is retinol, okay, which is true vitamin A. They transform vitamin K1 to K2. Okay, so raw milk is high in all the fat-soluble vitamins. And all the fat-soluble vitamins are the last four letters in my name, K, E, D, and A. Those are the fat-soluble vitamins, the fat-soluble activators. You need those vitamins to absorb other nutrients. You need those vitamins for everything in your body. And vitamin D and vitamin A, for every unit of vitamin D you have, you need a unit of vitamin A. They go together. And so you find that in liver, cod liver oil, fish eggs, and you find it in raw dairy. Okay, also, the raw dairy has the lactase enzyme. So when people say they're lactose intolerant, which I've never seen anybody that was truly diagnosed with it, raw milk has the lactase enzyme. So you don't have to worry about, producing it because it's in the milk. Raw milk has an amylase enzyme. It has about 100 different enzymes, lipase enzyme, that help you digest the milk. It has a bunch of beneficial bacteria which help you digest the milk and helps you digest all food and helps your gut. We should be eating fermented foods every single day with good bacteria, right? The raw milk also is high in something called the Wolsen factor. Raw milk and raw butter is high in something called the Wolsen factor, which is something that is unique to grass-fed raw dairy. And the Wolsen factor is considered the anti-stiffness factor. It helps with joint issues and arthritis and stuff like that. Super important. Raw milk is high in vitamin C. It is high in glutathione. Okay, glutathione is super important. It's a good source of magnesium. Okay, so raw milk is really a superfood. It has some of the best proteins that we can use for muscle building and recovery, which is whey protein. You see a lot of bodybuilders and athletes consuming whey protein powder. Whey protein naturally occurs in milk. So if you have raw milk, excellent source of whey protein. Then you have the yogurts and stuff like that, which are even more fermented. And so you have whey protein, you have the casein protein, which is also good. You have carbohydrate lactase, and then you have the CLA fats. CLA fats are conjugated linoleic acid. They help us burn fat, and they're good for our brain. They're energizing, and they're good for our immune system. You have omega-3 fats, which are also really important for our brain and our immune system and so many things, omega-3s, okay? You also have butyric acid, which is really important for the gut. Butyric acid is even higher in ghee. But butyric acid is unique to butter, into milk, and it's incredibly important for feeding the good bacteria in your gut and just nourishing and healing your gut. It also has arachidonic acid, and arachidonic acid is critical for the making sure that the junctions between our intestinal cells and our skin cells are nice and tight. So that prevents things from leaking through your skin or leaking through your gut. Leaky gut syndrome, leaky skin syndrome, which can cause all kinds of allergies and issues. Okay, so raw milk is a superfood, and if you're consuming, sorry, I think I probably needed to, sorry, let me clean my little, okay. And if you're consuming, what was I gonna say? If you're consuming eggnog, from the supermarkets, I don't buy it from the supermarkets because they always have jacked up additives. Just pick up the eggnog in the supermarket. You're going to see carrageenan, or you're going to see xanthan gum, or you're going to see some natural flavors, which again, natural flavors are the same thing as artificial flavors. So you have a lot of those additives. I make my raw milk, my eggnog, I get my raw milk from the farm, my raw heavy cream, my raw egg yolks that are nice and orange from the pasture chickens, and so that's a whole bunch of iron, so much good protein for your muscles and your body, so the fats you need for your skin, for your immune system, for your gut, for your brain, heavy in vitamin D and vitamin A, which we need for everything, including our immune system, high in lots of good bacteria and enzymes and B vitamins, vitamin C. There is some zinc in raw milk, and magnesium, okay? So, glutathione, the Wolzen factor. So, raw milk is a superfood, and eggnog is a superfood because now you're combining raw milk and eggs. And whatever sugar, I put raw creamed honey in my eggnog, and so yes, sugar is not great, but honey is probably one of the best ways you could consume it. And when you consume sugar with fat and protein, it prevents your blood sugar levels from spiking super quickly, okay? Super quick spikes in blood sugar is what causes people to be diabetic and pre-diabetic and start getting brain issues and obesity and all these other problems. So you always want to consume sugar with fat and protein. So the fact that there's so much fat and protein, because I put several eggs, lots of heavy cream, heavy raw milk, that's a lot of fat and protein. So that heavy, the creamed honey that I put in there is offset, so it's not like making my blood sugar levels spike up, which happens if you drink juice, okay? Then of course I put a little whiskey in there, but you have, eggs are a good brain food. Eggs are high in choline, and milk is high in choline. I forgot that too. Choline is critical for your brain, critical for brain health and memory, alertness, and preventing Alzheimer's. So true eggnog is good for your immune system, it's good for your skin, it's good for your gut, it's good for your health, it's good for your brain, it's good for building your body, okay? So if you've been going to the gym a lot, like I've been lifting weights a lot in the past week, so it's like eggnog is a protein shake. And if I spike it with some whiskey, it's a protein shake with a little bit of alcohol, and I don't drink like that, So if you're going to drink alcohol, drinking it with something super nutritious like eggnog can help counteract the negative effects of the alcohol. Just like if somebody makes a drink with coconut water, that coconut water can help offset the dehydration that happens from alcohol, right? So, just sharing some information. Do you like eggnog? My twin brother loves coquito, and I was thinking about trying to make a coquito because, we grew up around Puerto Ricans. And I know that Haitians have cremas, which is similar, but Caribbean people seem to love condensed milk, and I'm not a fan of condensed milk. I just like my raw milk and my raw cream. Not a fan of condensed milk and like evaporated milk and processed milk. So if I could figure out how to make coquito without using Goya products and evaporated milk, then I will. And yeah, so I'm losing my light, sun's going away, it's time for me to go cook and all that good stuff. I hope you guys learned something. If you did, please like the video, please share the video. If you celebrate the holidays, I hope you have a good one, and I will see you soon. Bye.